What's up? It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean. I'm turning the air conditioning off. I'm ready to sweat with y'all real hard now. For today's new Express Tabata HIIT class, we're gonna do 5 super Tabata rounds. So we've got 4 minutes worth of work at a time. 4 rounds of that move. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. I do recommend if you have some weights around, as you can see in the description for this class, we've got a couple bicep curls. We're going to be doing a back lunge into a bicep curl and then standing up into a Romanian deadlift with a row. So find a weight if you have one that'll work for you. If you don't have a weight, know that you can still do it unweighted. Additionally, the second move of the day is going to be a same side dead bug. And if you have a weight you can hold in your hand to increase the challenge there, I encourage you to. Your next step is to grab some water. Grab any kind of awesome music that you can put on. Let's get ready to have a great time. Our warm-up starts in exactly 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm gonna bribe up that bird. Fred, why are you being uncool today? I gave you a whole giant bowl of brand new food. This is a really good peanut. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. You wasted it. After I just said, don't. That's the second peanut down. Why are you being a nasty bird today? I love you. You're my sister bird. You got water, you got food, you got things you can shred up. You shaking your head yes at me. And we're buddies. Don't be uncool, buddy. Okay, I can't afford to have you bite my fingers before class, so I'm gonna walk away from you and make sure things are working on the internet because we got 1 more minute. Yep. One more minute. Where are my other timers? Oh no. All right, y'all, let's do it. Nothing to it but to do it. So get on up, get out of your chair. Make sure you have some space for yourself. Make sure you have some water. If you can turn on that awesome music to keep the energy going, do that too. I recommend some light weights for today's class. Let's get started with just a nice little lateral side to side step tap and some sort of shoulder roll. Maybe you're doing one shoulder at a time. Maybe you're going for both. Go ahead, change the directions of whatever sort of shoulder roll you're going. Hey, I'm Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and I'm so excited to lead you through this new Express workout. Let's go ahead and switch to some hamstring curls. Keeping things pretty fast in this warm-up because I know you're gonna warm up big time in our first move today. We're gonna do some squats and jumping jacks. I know, sounds so fun, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and go for a big cross-body knee drive here. Make sure you're still breathing. Keep that chest as lifted as you can. Lift your knee up as much as you can while still keeping that big lift in your chest. 4 more on each side. We're gonna turn it into a hip opener. In 2, 1. So slowing it down a little bit, you're still gonna draw that knee up, open to the back, in to the front, other side. Up to the back, in to the front. Let's go ahead and just get 3 on each side. Challenging those abs just a little bit too, starting to bring a little challenge to your balance. Here's the last one. We're gonna stick with a similar move though, and add in a side lunge. You ready? So giving myself some space over here. Let's start with those feet out nice and wide. Come into a side lunge, so send your glutes towards the wall behind you. Weight is in your heels. Stand up, you can bring your feet together. Add that knee drive and a little bit of a back bend. If you don't need to bring those feet together, you can challenge your balance right here. We got 3 more to do together. Getting a nice stretch on those inner thighs. That little back bend here is optional to challenge your balance. Let's go ahead and get the opposite side here. So once you've gotten to 5, remember you can bring your feet together, get that knee pulled and a little lean back. Ooh, this side's a little tighter than the opposite side. Got our last 2 right here. Beautiful. I want you to just reach all the way up overhead, pull your belly in, reach down to the floor. Let's just get some up downs. You can take a bend in your knees. 10 more. 10, 9, 8. It's okay if you don't touch all the way down towards the floor. Just bring the weight into your heels. Send your glutes back behind you. Little modified squat. You know I lost count. 3, 2, 1. Great. I want you to just get a nice little shuffle on. Just working to get those heart rates up a little bit. We're going to keep this warm up going for just about 30 more seconds. And then you're either going to lateral side to side step tap or keep up with this shuffle as I talk to you about move number 1. Excuse me. We got 10 seconds left till we get there though. So just keep it up. Maybe you twist a little bit more. Awesome. Either keep this move up or come back to that lateral side to side step tap that we started with. Make it as jazzy as the music you're playing suggests. So next up we're going to go for a squat jack. You have a couple different options for how to do your squat jack. I'm on the 2nd floor, so I'm going to keep the intensity a little bit low. For me, I'm going to step out. Make sure I plant those feet nice and wide. And I'm going to try and touch all the way down towards the floor. Step the feet together, jack. Squat down as low as you can, jack it out. If you want, you can stay narrow the whole time. Maybe you jump out into your squat, jump into your jack. Do whatever feels right for you. If you don't want to do any sort of jumping, you just step out, squat, step in, find a little bit of a leg lift. Step out, squat, step in, leg lift. Work to get those arms up over your head. Don't underestimate the extra energy you burn when those arms come up. We start in 3, 2, 1, squat and jack. So as you're doing these squats, you're making sure that you really have a lot of weight in your heels and your glutes are driving behind you. Not allowing those knees to come super forward so that you find yourself just on the balls of your feet. As you can see, I'm reaching down with an opposite arm each time. Working those inner outer thighs just a little bit by getting this side step in. Awesome. Take a 20-second break and get ready for round number 2. Maybe for round number 2, you add 2 jacks in the center. And maybe not. You're doing what feels right for your body today. Just gonna move this mat out of the way. You ready? Begin. So squat, maybe 2 jacks. I want you to try and get right into that jack though after you've squatted, even if it's a leg lift, a little bit less intense. Come on, y'all. Making it through round 2. You just got 2 more rounds of this. So this is the halfway round. Push yourself here. Awesome. Take that break. Just walk it out. Try not to stay completely still for the 20 seconds of rest, it's a great opportunity to grab a really small sip of water. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Begin again. I'm not going to add in a third jack because I really want to make sure that I'm getting these squats. So maybe adding in a second squat. Just got to do something different so that the body is challenged. If you always do the same thing, the same way, at the same pace, it's going to be hard to see a difference. You got to do something different. Take your break one more time through. Then we're going to get right on the floor for our dead bug hollow holds. Ready? 3, 2, 1, begin. Adding in a hop at the bottom of the squat this time. Oh my God, please don't come upstairs, neighbor. So even if you're jumping, can you try and land light and controlled such that your downstairs neighbor doesn't come upstairs and freak out on you? Or remember, you can always step it out, maybe press onto those toes. When there is a will, there is a way. Yes, you made it. Let's make our way to the floor. Bring your weights, bring your weights. All right, we got 2 different moves we're gonna do down here on the floor. We're gonna start off with just a same side dead bug. So with your toes flexed so that they're coming towards your shin. Same arm, same leg are going to extend out, but I want you to make sure that lower back stays on the floor. Round 1, we're just gonna do same arm, same leg, alternating. Ready? 3, 2, 1, begin. So same arm, same leg. Keep that toe flexed so that you're pressing through your heel. Make sure that lower back stays down on the floor. Find your rhythm. Think about 1 and 2. Even if you have to slow your count down, you're finding a consistent count here. And you're bringing those legs right back up into tabletop. The closer your knees are towards your chest, the less challenging things are going to be for your abs and your lower back. So you can add a little extra challenge here. Take a break just by keeping those knees a little further away. We're going to add a little extra challenge in round 2 by doing the same side, and then both at the same time. I'm sweating. Ready? Begin. So same side, make sure that those toes are still flexed. Same side, now both at the same time. If you want, you can even squeeze your legs together as you press them both out at the same time. You can feel a little bit more in control. And remember, you don't have to bring that heel all the way down towards the floor, especially if that lower back is arching. Think about kicking up in a diagonal line. Even right here, you can be kicking up in a diagonal line and flexing those toes back to your face. Do you notice when you press through your heel to push, take a break, an imaginary source away, you feel a little bit more in those quads. We got 2 more rounds. Get ready to challenge yourself. You can stick with alternating or keep that hollow hold in. Ready? Come into tabletop and begin. I'm going to add in a hollow hold between each, because I know for me, sending everything out at the same time and bringing it back in with control is the most challenging part. We've only got 30 minutes. I want to keep going, but I still want to challenge myself as much as possible so that this can be my only strength workout of the day. Now, you're always welcome to check out any of our previously recorded videos. And I will be showing up later for the live yoga class, Take a Break with Sarah. Oh, one more time through. Sweaty, sweaty. Ready? Glue that lower back down, pull your belly in, bring your legs up to tabletop, stretch your arms up towards the ceiling, and begin. Maybe this time you're just doing that double press out. Or doing as many as you can with good form. If your form starts to sacrifice, if you feel that lower back coming off of the mat, modify. Don't bring those feet as close to the floor or come back into this single side option at a time. Last time through. You got this. Push yourself here till the very end. We made it. Oh my gosh. Okay, grab yourself a sip of water. We're going to stand ourselves up. Going to move this here mat out of the way. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's hot in here. Okay, next up we're going to do our back lunge right into our Romanian deadlift. You might find that all you can do today is go from this back lunge, stepping in, you can bring your foot down, and then find this forward hinge. That's okay, it's plenty challenging. But if you're ready for a little something else, we're gonna hold some weight in our hand. We're gonna go for a back lunge, bring that knee down, bicep curl, stand up, belly in, hinge, and add a row. We're gonna do 2 on one side and 2 on the other. So we're gonna put the timer. So it's your choice which side you're starting with. Let's go for it, y'all. This is our halfway move in the workout in 3, 2, 1. So step on back into that back lunge. Bring that back knee down towards the floor. Bicep curl. Step it in, hinge forward at your hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, elbows drive in a row. Maybe you can do this whole workout without putting that back foot down between, or maybe you have to put it down every time. Whoa. Find that one spot to focus your eyes. Awesome, round 1 is done. Same side, we got the same side coming up one more time. So depending on how your balance is, depending on how hard the weights are that you're using, you might be moving a little faster or slower than me. Go at your own pace. Set yourself up, same side, start right now. Maybe you can go a little bit faster this time through, but with control. Keeping that weight big time in your front heel, that you're standing up, pressing through that heel, not pushing off of your back leg. Even from this lunge, the lift is from your front foot. These weights are not heavy enough. All right, one more time through, y'all. For the other side, so technically 2 more times through, but this time opposite leg is gonna lead. Wipe that beautiful sweat off of your face. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So maybe you're just stepping back, stepping together, finding a little bit of a hinge. That's cool. Or you're going for that big lunge, back knee down towards the floor, bicep curl, hinge, and then your row. You could be going for a more narrow row. You can do whatever kind of bicep curl works for you. when you get this row on, how flat can your back be? The more that you really hinge forward to get that nice flat back, the more challenging your row will feel. Well, yes, all right. Take a break. I recommend taking the weights out of your hand. During the break, real mental reset. We got one more time through. Grab those weights, get yourself ready. 3, 2, 1, begin. When you're coming back down into that lunge, how carefully can you release that back foot to the floor? So you almost got a single leg squat going on as you prepare yourself. Wow. My glute is tired. I have been getting in some real, I forgot about the row, weekend miles. Pounding that pavement. Awesome. Get rid of those weights, move them out of the way. Take these 20 seconds to yourself. Set your mat back up if you need to. Next, we're going for inchworm, 2 push-up to 4 mountain climbers. If you're trying to keep the intensity a little bit higher, please feel free to start at the top of the mat. You can either jump back in a burpee or step back in a burpee. Drop your knees if you need to for the push-up. 4 mountain climbers, even if your knees are still on the floor. We got 2 rounds of work left to go. Let's get those abs here with a lot of plank work, and then we'll finish with the back. Y'all ready for this? I'm gonna start off at the back with the inchwormer. I want you to still move expeditiously. Challenge yourself in 3, 2, 1, begin. So walk yourself out into a plank. You can drop your knees down, push up. Maybe you go for that pause push up because you're challenging yourself. And then 4 mountain climbers, walk yourself back up. Want to give yourself a jack at the top, you go it. Sorry, Fred. Sorry, Fred, I'm working out. Make sure when you're doing those push-ups that you're leading with your chest though. You're not leading with your belly. Ugh. All right, take a break from round 1. I'm gonna challenge myself. Round 2, I'm gonna bring it to the burpee or thruster. I know I can't jump back in my apartment, but I know I can step back. Just find a different challenge. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So if you want, you can still jump or jack at the top. Inchworm or thrust back. Push up. Get those 4 climbers. Step or jump forward. Keep going. Take a break. Whew. All right, 2 more of those. Coming back to the inchworm. Just gonna wipe some of that sweat off my face real fast. Ready? Pull your belly in. Air conditioning. All right, go for it. Come on, y'all. Inchworm, 1 push-up, 4 climbers. Your choice if that means 4 total, 4 on each leg. What is the hardest move for you here? Don't give up on yourself. Yay, take a break. more time through. Coming to the top of the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going for the burpee or thruster option this time. Starting from the top instead of walking out. 4 climbers still after your push-up. Step or jump forward. Oh, I forgot about the climber. Let's do an awkward one at the top. Awesome. Oh, we made it, y'all. We're gonna come back down to the floor one more time. Do you have a light weight that you can bring? I'm gonna turn my back to you because we're focusing a lot on upper body for this last move. We got all back work. Go ahead, extend your arms out in front of you. Keep your head down towards the floor. You can keep your legs down if you need to. I encourage you to pick them up. Stretch your arms forward. Eyes stay down. Get ready to swim. In 3, 2, 1. Go for it. So lifting that chest gently. Belly button stays down towards the floor. No wrinkles in the neck. Just fluttering opposite arm, opposite leg. Halfway. Point your toes this time. Squeeze the glute, just like you're swimming in the pool. I don't know what kind of stroke we'd ever do with our arms like this. 3, 2, 1, take a break. Oh, maybe you even windshield wipe your legs. Next up, we're gonna go for straight up Superman. I want you to see how long you can challenge yourself to stay lifted and fly. Ready? Extend your arms. You can give yourself a thumbs up, squeeze your glutes, and lift. Now, if you have to lower down, lower down. But challenge yourself, get that back a little tired. 10 seconds down. Reach through those toes. Halfway. Come on, y'all, last 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, lower down. Feel free to windshield wipe out those legs, relieve that tension on your low back. I'm literally swimming in a pool of my sweat here. All right, next up, we're going to go for a row here. So your legs can lift up as your elbows drive back. Ready? Begin. So use that exhale to really pull your elbows back and lift yourself up. If you need to, you can keep the tops of your feet on the floor. Just focus on that back working, a little less of the glutes. You are halfway. Five seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, if you have a light weight nearby, we're going to use it for our last minute of work, where you're just going to alternate between bringing one hand behind, just passing something through, and if you want to take a break at the front, you take that break. I'll let you know when we're halfway through. Begin. So you can start passing in the opposite direction. Back starting to get a little tired, so feel free to give yourself that quick break if you need to, and then lift yourself right back up. We are halfway, so change directions. That you're circling. Final 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Go ahead, press yourself up. Take a moment right here in tabletop with your hands found underneath of your chest and shoulders to find some rounding in your back, and then find that arch in your back. I hope that you are even 1/3 as sweaty as I am right now. We did some good, fast work today. We've got just a couple minutes left together to start to slow our breath down, slow our heart rate down. It's a little lateral stretches here. So look over one shoulder towards the opposite hip, getting into the side body a little bit. When you're ready, oh my gosh, open up your knees a little bit wider, send your hips towards your heels, walk your hands as far forward as they feel good. Bring your head down below, heart's level, child's pose. Find the stretch that feels right for your shoulders. So if your hands are all the way extended, you might like pressing your hands palms into the floor, or even pressing the pads of your fingers. And if your shoulders are really exhausted or super tight, take that generous bend of your elbow. No, you can even send your fingers back towards your toes and just allow those shoulders to separate towards the floor. If you reach your hands behind you, start to walk them forward as you pull your whole body forward, taking a moment in either Sphinx or Cobra. So maybe your forearms are down towards the ground, or maybe you have those straight arms. You can always walk your hands out a little further to get that pubic mound, that belly button area towards the floor, to get that big stretch in your lower back. Take a moment right here, look up towards the ceiling, get a big stretch in your throat, and then tuck your chin to your chest. Look up towards the ceiling, tuck your chin to your chest. Go ahead, walk your hands in, tuck those toes under, send your hips up towards the ceiling, pedal through your heels, get that nice stretch on the back of your legs. In down dog, you can have a generous bend of your knees. In fact, bend your knees and then push yourself forward into a plank. Let's do 2 more. Bend your knees, push yourself forward into a plank, bend your knees, press yourself forward into a plank. Go ahead, step your right foot forward. Release your left knee down towards the floor. We're just releasing one leg down towards the floor. You can stay down here in a nice low flying dragon, or even lift yourself up, getting that stretch in your hip. Even if you step your feet just so that they are at 90-90, pressing this back knee down towards the floor, squeezing the glute will get a nice stretch in your quad of your grounded leg. Let's go ahead and switch those legs. So either keeping things nice and closed and tight, or opening up more as you need to. Just make sure, however you took this stretch, that your knee is not extending beyond your toes. We got just a couple of breaths here together. I want to thank y'all for coming to our new 30-minute express class, for making this time for yourself. Go ahead, plant your hands down on the floor, step your feet together. Take a moment here in this dangle. One more opportunity to bend one knee and then the other. Get some movement in your hips and your glutes. To shake your head yes, to shake your head no. To keep the weight in your heels, to slowly roll yourself up. At the top, take a deep inhale. Stretch all the way up towards the ceiling. Reach through one set of fingers. Reach through the other side of fingers. Back up through center. And exhale, relax your arms down by your side. Take a moment to just be so proud of yourself. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See you all again soon, and enjoy our new virtual offerings.